Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Manita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be talking about Saturn's transit through the Capricorn and Aquarius sign this year and what all planets it's going to be conjunct. I have already made several parts on Saturn's transit through Capricorn and Aquarius. So please go back and watch all the videos to understand what exactly I'm talking about. Saturn is in Capricorn sign since January 2020, and it's going to be transiting through Aquarius on the 29th of April, and will be going retrograde on the 5th of June till the 23rd of October. And in retrogression will be demoted and coming back to the Capricorn sign on the 12th of July. It's going to be there till the 18th of January, and then finally will be transiting through the sign of Aquarius. So these are the dates. I've already made a very elaborate video on the dates also, and on the way to look at the transit positions, how you can look at the transit also of the Saturn. Very elaborate video. So I'll be sharing the link also with. So what are the conjunctions which are happening with the stay of Saturn in the sign of Capricorn? I will be sharing with you that. I'll be explaining firstly what exactly does the conjunction of planet one by one with Saturn means. And then I will be moving on to the 12 signs predictions as to what all care precautions you should be taking when planet is conjunct Saturn throughout the year 2022. I just want to quickly share with you one more thing which is happening. That is, we have Chaitra Shukla Paksha Pratipada. On that day, Saturn and Mars are going to be together, and Saturn is the lord of the year. Also, there is an exchange which is happening between Rahu and Mars when Rahu transits through Aries and Mars transits through Aquarius from the 7th of April till the 17th of May when Saturn transits Aquarius sign. So I will be making a separate video, of course, of the same. And 17th March, why? Because 17th of March, true Rahu and Ketu transit out of the Taurus and Scorpio axis and transit through the Aries and Libra axis. So that's happening from the 17th of March and not in the April month. That is the mean nodes, and I don't use the mean nodes. So to start with, what is Saturn? Saturn is the planet of misfortune, indicator of sorrows, hindrances, obstructions, delays, devastation, struggle, suffering, unbiased, discontentment, failure, slowdown, disease, ailments, hospitalization. And Saturn is also the planet of misfortune, seldom properly understood. Planet of destiny, planet of truth, stability, patience, perseverance, modesty, service, responsibility, duty, profession, career. And when Saturn is going to be conjoining the planets one by one, these significations, this nature of Saturn will be getting enhanced because it is Saturn's sign after all, where all the planets will be conjoining one by one. All right, so planets conjunct Saturn would be firstly Mercury, which started from the last year itself. So Saturn will be conjunct Mercury from 1st of January till the 6th of March. Sun from 14th January till the 14th of February, and that is why we have the Kamba Shani also, Asta Shani as we say. Saturn Mars will be conjunct from the 26th of February till the 7th of April in the Capricorn sign. Saturn will be conjunct Venus from the 27th of February till the 31st of March. Right after Mars's conjunction, Venus will also join it. And we do have a stellium forming in the Capricorn sign from the 27th of Feb, when Moon also transits through the zone, and we have it till the 6th of March. So when Mercury leaves the zone, and Saturn will be conjoining Mars again from the 29th of April till the 17th of May in the sign of Aquarius, because Saturn will be leaving the zone on the 29th of April and will be moving into Aquarius sign. And from the 7th till the 29th of April, there will be some relief because there is no conjunction of Saturn and Mars during that phase. But from the 29th April again till the 17th of May, they will be conjoined in the sign of Aquarius. So what does it mean? A brief idea about what does it mean in general when Saturn and Mercury are together. So when Saturn and Mercury are together, you crave for the answers. You want to communicate in a very restricted manner. You are going to be improving on your skills, on your communication, on your education. You are not getting distracted. So this conjunction is considered to be good, rather very good for withdrawing from your, communication. You have have a habit of talking a lot. So this will be like putting you on hold. You will not be too talkative. Saturn restricts after all. On the mundane level, this is going to be bringing about a lot of changes in the trade, education system. Some policy making will be taking place. This will bring about a lot of skills enhancement. You'll be very honest, and at times you will be very balanced and realistic also. When Saturn is conjunct Sun, it goes asta. But you are quite realistic, you're quite mature, you're quite sensible. The authorities are going to be having a lot of power over the masses with this Saturn Sun conjunction, because Sun is authority, government, politicians. Saturn is masses. So there will be some major policy making decisions that will be taken, and you will be at authority and power also. And definitely the masses are going to be testing your patience as well. So Saturn will be slowing down your life. Sun actually rules the vitality, the willpower. So when Saturn is conjunct, what happens? The energy levels are very low. You don't feel like doing things. Saturn will be conjunct Mars. And this is like the purpose will be solved, whatever you have planned to, because Mars will be exalted in the sign of Capricorn. So Mars is energetic. It's double the power to Saturn. You have to be examining your anger during this time globally, where the police and the army military forces are involved more with Saturn and Mars combination. Saturn and Venus will be conjunct on the 27th of February till the 31st of March. So this will be bringing about restriction in your relationship, inclination towards relationship in a very sober manner, in a very matured manner. You will be making decisions on a very serious and a critical manner. You're quite concerned about significant relationship in your life, anything related to making decisions about your financials also. So you will have a very mature and a sensible approach to handling these areas. And Venus is in general female counterparts. So the women in the society will be getting involved in towards professional career growth. And this is also in the natural zodiac, giving you a lot of wealth prospects. When Saturn and Venus are together, this is very good for economic growth as well. So this is what is going to happen. So now I will be sharing with you the sign-wise predictions as to what happens when these kind of conjunctions take place. All right, for Aries natives, you will be having a lot of focus on your work in a very serious manner. Now you are going to be focused on your success, authority, career. Maybe some changes can be anticipated with the Sun and Mercury combination. Sun rules the 8th house from the 10th. So this will bring about some upheavals at the place of work also. There can be some confusion during this time. Your communication is going to be very serious. Travels are going to be there for growth purpose. And you're going to be having a lot of discipline in your life right now. Support from the bosses, the seniors, the authorities. So when Saturn and Mars are going to be conjoining in the sign of Capricorn, this is the time the challenges will be met. You will be having the challenges. You'll be getting into that position where you have a lot of work to do in hand, but you will have that kind of energy also, that vitality, that energy, that focus to achieve those goals. There can be some hindrances because Mars is after all the 8th lord, but it exalts there in the 10th house. Being the 8th lord, it can give some complications, some delays and frustrations also. But at the same time, being your Lagnesh exalted and also the Ruchaka yoga forming and Saturn also there. So there are two Panchamahapurusha yogas forming for you. So this will be bringing about a lot of focus, a lot of energy at the place of work. So in case you have to make any changes, you will be doing it. You'll be taking it up in a positive manner during this time. And your perspective will be very realistic. It can be that you feel a little uncomfortable at the home front, or maybe you will be having some health issues that you can go through, but ultimately you're going to be understanding what capabilities you have and you're going to be achieving that. Saturn and Venus combination and the stellium is also forming in the 10th house, which gives you a lot of energy as well. It will give you growth prospects as far as your wealth is concerned. You're going to be changing, or you'll be getting a promotion, new relationships. You will be getting sensible and mature in making decisions regarding your love relationships, also financials. Also, some major decisions are coming your way, so be ready for that. The dates are already mentioned in the beginning. Please go back and watch. You can have that aggressive approach in achieving your goals, but you can't be aggressive in and losing your temper. At the place of work, there can be some frictions which can be anticipated with this combination, because there are two negative energies also in the kendras. This will bring about a lot of changes. Whenever the kendras are impacted by the malefics, there are changes. So maybe the bosses will change, or the seniority levels, people are going to be making some major policy decisions. Changes are coming your way for sure. Okay, this is quite an iconic kind of a transition. Coming to the next sign, that is Taurus. For Taurus natives, Saturn is going to be in your 9th house, and the energies are going to be focused on the 9th house more. We will be having Saturn and Mars combination in the Aquarius sign, which I think I will be making a separate video for that. But when Saturn is conjunct this Mercury, Sun, then one by one, all the planets are going to be there. So when from the 1st of January till the 6th of March, Mercury and Saturn are going to be in your 9th house. So maybe you will be going in for some higher education. You'll be choosing some subjects of learning. Communication with your father is going to be very strict and very reserved. But it is going to be giving you that kind of inclination towards strengthening your lessons. You want to, maybe, the world view is going to solidify your beliefs, your moral, your value system. That is going to be very powerful. Your spiritual belief system is going to be very powerful and strong, with Sun also entering there from the 14th of January till the 15th, till the 14th of February. So that is also the time when you will be having some, goal setting, the purpose behind the human existence. That is something you're questioning yourself. What exactly I'm here for? What is my purpose? How do I solve this purpose? All these questions would be going through your head, and you will be also getting the answers. And Mars, of course, being the 12th lord and your 7th lord joining here, will give you some foreign travels. Maybe you will be getting involved in some relationship also during this time. The energy levels are very high. You're going to be making some solid decisions. The dates are in the beginning. Please go back and hear the summary part where the dates are mentioned. And this is definitely going to be giving you some energy towards enhancing your skills. And take care of your feet region, because Saturn and Mars combination gives complications in your legs, in your feet, in the nerve related issues. I've seen this kind of a combination. So you have to take care. Your communication has to be very serious when Saturn is with Mercury. Maybe computer background, engineering background, or some, something to do with your surgery. If you're a surgeon or in medical stream also, this is a very good combination, very powerful combination. If you want to opt for those kind of streams, there's a stellium also forming in the 9th house. So you're going to be enhancing your skills for sure. And your Lagnesh, which is going to be joining the luck lord, this is also going to be bringing about some major changes in your relationship, bonding with the people. Coming to the next sign, that is Gemini. For Gemini natives, one by one, all the planets are going to be conjunct this Saturn in the 8th house. 8th house is a very transformative house. You are going to be getting solutions after Saturn leaves this zone, remember. It's the Ashtama Shani. We always dread Ashtama Shani, Kantaka Shani, as we call it, Dhaya also. So we dread all these because, we are not able to accept the things the way they are. If there is a problem, there's a complication, we are not accepting it, we are fighting. So the moment we accept certain things, then comes the transformation. When Mercury is there, you have to be very careful about your communication with people. If you want to go in for some education, learning, trade, commerce, you can do that. Saturn will restrict you from making wrong decisions, remember. When sun is there, sun is your willpower, sun is your authority. So with the 8th house transit, you will lose control on making decisions. You will not be making right kind of decisions, but the Saturn will put you in that kind of a situation where you have to listen to the general public, the people around you, and then you have to go ahead. Only then things will fall in place. Mars will be joining here. Venus will also be joining here one by one. So, and there's a stellium also in your 8th house. So this will give you a sense of authority, sense of realistic perspective towards life. You are going to be determining where you are powerful and where you're powerless. Very important house. It is also the house of obstacles, but Saturn is there. Obstacles will be there, but delaying factors will be there. And then comes the saving grace. So we have to accept whatever scenario we are in. We have to accept it and move further on. There can be that you have to make major decisions regarding your finances, regarding you have to accept your limitations. You have to accept your limitations. You have to make major decisions regarding your financials also, your joint financials. This can lead to your partner's health issues when especially Mars and Saturn are conjoining here. Mars will be looking at your 11th house as well from there. So this will definitely enhance your financials. Financial growth can be anticipated with this kind of a combination because Saturn is your Bhagesh also, after all, and it's going to be conjunct the 11th Lord. So you are going to be getting a lot of relief there. Your Lagnesh is also going to be conjunct Saturn, your Bhagesh. So this is also going to give you luck by your side. So going for enhancing your skills, brush up your skills if you want that kind of a growth. Understand, check what kind of limitations you are surrounded by. All those decisions, will you have to readjust to reach to the level where you have to. Venus being the Lord of the 5th in the 8th house it is good for your children's financials. They will be making major decisions, maybe a new assignment they're going to get. So very positive for the children also. You have to take care of your mental health. This can lead to some upheavals, obstructions, and ultimately we are reaching that goal. Coming to the next sign, that is Cancer. For Cancer natives, Capricorn is your 7th house, so where all the planets one by one will be conjunct with Saturn. Saturn will be conjunct Mercury to start with, then Sun, then Mars, then Venus. This is the house of partnership, romantic affairs, business partners. How your relationships are emotionally significant to you. This is the house of that. This can cause a lot of stress in your relationship. How you communicate is very important. There will be right kind of communication with Mercury and Saturn combination. You will not have any kind of confusion left now. You will sort things out. Of course, Mercury has to go direct to get that. It has to go closer to Saturn. Then Sun and Saturn combination in the 7th house will give a lot of ego clashes between you and your partner. So during that time, you have to be careful. The dates I've given in the beginning, please go back and watch note down the dates first and then hear the video. There can be that you have problems in your relationship, tensions and restrictions in your relationship. You have coldness in your relationship. Your partner is quite indifferent. You are emotional and the partner becomes very indifferent, doesn't feel anything. That is what, Saturn and Sun combination. And because of that, there is a lot of ego clashes happening. But there is a good time because this is in the Kendra. There are 2 Panchamahapurusha yogas happening with Mars and Saturn being here. So for the babies born, it's a very good combination. And from the 26th of February till the 7th of April, especially when Mars and Saturn will be conjunct this place, your partner will be very powerful here, especially for making decisions regarding work, job, change that can be anticipated for you and your partner both. There can be some elevation at the place of work because Mars is your yoga karagraha also. And Saturn is your 7th Lord. So this can bring about some frictions with the partner, but at the same time, some major changes towards positive materially are going to be there. Your perspective towards the relationship is going to change. Your chemistry, your bonding is going to change for sure. Okay. Venus, of course, is your 11th lord. Whenever Venus-Saturn combination happens, financially you grow. And it is happening in the 7th house where Venus rules. This is the zone of Venus. Saturn is Digbali, and it's sort of an exalted place also for Saturn. So here, Saturn is ruling. Saturn is very powerful here. So your work-wise, you're going to be enhancing yourself. You know, your promotion on cards, you are going to be changing your job towards better. Elevation is anticipated for sure. This year is good for you with all these combinations happening also here. Especially Mars and Saturn combination is going to be really powerful. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Leo. For Leo natives, 6th house is getting active for you. Now, 6th house is health, routine. Your perspective gets clearer when 6th house is active with this. So much of energy is there. You can be a little restless at the place of work, but you are channelizing your energy towards productivity. So if at all you're not aware of your routines, you're not looking after your health, then there is problem. There is Mercury combination first to start with. Communication plays a very important role. Maybe you will be becoming more communicative with the people around you in a very serious manner. There is depth in your speech. You're not just superficially talking. You're planning everything, organizing everything in a very calculative manner. Sun and Saturn combination will bring about a lot of authority in your speech, authority with people. If at all you're having some decisions to make, this is the time you will be. 6th house transit of these planets, of the malefic especially, you know, they are considered to be very good. Sun is your Lagnesh after all, it's transiting your 6th house. So make decisions regarding your workplace, regarding your health, in case you have to go in for some major checkups, major treatments you should be taking up during this time. Saturn and Mars combination will also be happening in your 6th house zone, being the 9th lord, the Bhagya lord in the 6th house. So you will be traveling because of your work, or you will be getting the name and fame, the kind of name and fame you're looking for. This is going to be very good for your father also, because this is the 10th house from your father's house. So some changes, transferable job, if he's into, there will be some transfers happening. And also there are certain changes regarding your own self also, which you can anticipate towards positive. In case you are planning everything in a meticulous manner. This is a house of organized, productive, and effective working. So if you are focused, definitely the results are in your favor. 10th lord also is going to conjunct here. And this is definitely very positive. Your Dhana Bhava is getting active. Your 10th lord is getting active. So all these one by one are bringing about positive energy towards the negative house, which is the Dusthana. So progress is visible, utilize it, but at the same time, you have to change your perspective. You have to align yourself with your thought process in a very positive manner. So the picture looks good with the conjunctions which are happening. Major conjunctions are happening here. So this is definitely going to change many things towards positive. But you have to see the 6th house, Saturn first alone, and then start putting the ingredients one by one. Mercury, Saturn, Mars is coming, then Venus is. Combine everything. That's what is conjunction about. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Virgo. So for Virgo natives, this transit is happening over your 5th house. 5th house is the house of fun. Let go of things. This is also how you can, it is likely to develop higher self-awareness of what holds you back from creative self, and feel responsible for developing that part of yourself in a more useful or ambitious way, because you feel more serious about your self-expression. This is the 5th house. And 5th house energy is also ruled by Sun any which ways, because this is the Leo sign in the natural zodiac, which is ruled by Sun. So you can also take a more serious perspective towards your romantic life and find yourself attracted to those who represent Saturnian qualities. Maybe someone who's older, you get attached to, or someone who's financially very independent. So you are going to be very creative also with Venus transiting here, with Mars also here. Mars is also the Lord of the 8th. So this can bring about some changes in your children's life. Okay, so you have to plan everything in such a manner that whatever your energies you're blocking, you open them up. Conjunctions are very powerful. It's not going to be giving the result of only Saturn then. If Saturn is there, you become very serious in everything. Remember, indifferent towards people. Now, here with Mercury combination, you're going to be initiating some education. You're going to be communicating with people in a very creative manner, in a serious manner. Sun is also joining, so you're going to be very authoritative. Childbirth is possible. There are growth prospects coming your way. Then Mars is also joining. The 8th Lord is also joining. Sense of creativity. You can be very good at technical things, or you're very fun-loving, but suddenly you become you're mellowed down when Saturn and Mars combination happens. Please go back and note down the dates in the beginning part of the video. I have given the dates. You must know the dates to understand and know what conjunctions are happening. So please do make a note. And Venus will also be joining. The Lord of the Dhanabhavas, the second Lord and the 11th Lord conjoining. So it will elevate you money-wise. Financially, this is going to be a good combination. This is going to make you more serious towards your love, your relationship, your creativity, your fun. All those things are going to mellow down. So coming to the next sign, that is Libra. For Libra natives, this is happening. These conjunctions one by one are happening in your 4th house. There is a Pancha Mahapurusha yoga forming by Saturn and Mars also when Mars transits here. So there are two Pancha Mahapurusha yoga simultaneously which are working. And especially for the babies who are born during this time, it's a very powerful yoga. Firstly, Mercury will be here, then Sun will be joining here, then gradually Mars, and then lastly Venus also will be here. This transit is your time to get comfortable with your roots and identity, to let go of the attachments of the past. Anything that is holding you back from the past attachments or concerning your early life or conditioning will become visible at this time. And you feel at peace. This is also the time to shift out from the place where you are. Some changes will occur, internally, externally, both. And this will create your own sense of security. So make a note of the dates. These are all happening in your 4th house zone. So some change of residence, change of job can be anticipated. Because when the Kendra houses get activated, there is a change that comes in. So if at all you are heading to a change, maybe some marriage, alliance that you're looking for, change of job, portfolio change, all that can happen with these conjunctions one by one. Saturn, although, will give you a very serious approach towards life. It will bring about a lot of changes in you. You'll grow. Coming to the next sign, that is Scorpio. For Scorpio natives, this transit is happening over your 3rd house. 3rd house is house of communication. It rules our thought process also. Now, this is the time you should take more realistic worldview and you should change your perspective. There can be some anxiety. You feel quite depressed also at times. And, perhaps you feel more serious and introspective with Saturn in the 3rd house transit. You could feel that you're losing interest in unnecessary communication. Your desire to cut right to the point as to not waste time. You may especially resent being assigned meaningless tasks. When Mars comes here, you become very aggressive towards your work. Now you're looking at the bigger picture. Risk-taking ability increases because it's after your Lagnesh transiting through your 3rd house. When Mercury is there, your financial position is going to get better. Some authoritative people you will be forming connection with, politicians, some influential people you'll be forming a connection with. You'll be communicating more with those kind of people when Sun and Saturn are there. Change of place is also quite likely. Maybe you will be selling off this property and buying another one when Saturn and Mars are together. Whatever health issues you were going through, you will be having a lot of relief now with this kind of a transit. It's very good for the technical people like surgeons, medical stream, engineering. Those people are going to be doing really well. And when Venus is there, of course, there can be your siblings leave you and go somewhere else, overseas. And there can be a marriage proposal that you can get with Venus transiting through your third house. In the beginning of the video, I have given all the dates, so make a note. Coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. For Sagittarius natives, this transit happens over your second house, and one by one, all the planets are conjoining here in the second house. First Mercury, then Sun, then Mars, and then lastly Venus. So what is in store? Saturn in the second house, let's understand that. Saturn in the second house is viewing your value system, sense of worth, and financial situation that gets clearer now. You are more accountable, more productive with the Saturn transiting through the second house. You're more hardworking, you're more focused, you want a secured foundation for yourself. And it's common for money to come in slowly during this time, but rare for financial crisis to occur. See, during this time, you will be focusing more on financial growth. You'll be thinking of financials. As it is, it rules in the natural zodiac, the 11th house, and Venus rules here, the 11th house. So you definitely are going to make good amount of money when Saturn and Venus combination happens. That's the time when you will be making major decisions. It's the time for elevation, promotion also for you, for your children especially. There is some change coming, elevation coming. Student natives are going to be joining some internships, or they will be taking up some jobs during this time and building on that. So this transit will actually teach you how you can be financially growing. You will get all those, that kind of clarity. You will meet those kind of people who will give you that kind of support also, that kind of emotional and spiritual growth. This transit is working to teach you how to be financially responsible and to work hard to achieve long-term goals. It's good to assess your resources, not only financial, but even emotional or spiritual resources, right? Examine what you consider valuable and what you rely on. This is the time you should check the waters, where you should invest, where you can make money out of money, how your value system is, how you can improve on your relationships also. This is not a good time for your spouse's health, because Saturn-Mars combination is happening in your 8th house from 7th. Take care of your spouse's health. Mercury will give you a lot of bent of mind towards making money, growth, business, trade. Sun will give you authority, willpower, and Mars will give you clarity as well. A lot of clarity you'll get. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Capricorn. So for Capricorn natives, first house is getting active with all the planets coming here one by one. So you may desire to improve yourself and gather awareness of the way you are, how you come off to people. You're working on yourself. You're aware now. You feel that you're accountable for the actions that you do, because it's the first house and it's the Kendra. And when Saturn and Mars, two planets are coming to their zone in their own houses, exaltation place, it's a Panchama forming in the first house. You might become very aggressive towards your approach towards attaining success. Firstly will be Mercury combination. So you become very independent in your speech. You're very positive about and responsible about your work. You're focusing on the growth prospects. It is also giving you a cure in your health. If at all you're suffering, this is a cure time. Any skin disease or anything you are already struggling with, you're going to get relief. When Sun comes here, you're going to be very egoistic. Your communication with people might just suffer. You can be very detaching also. But at the same time, very good for forming a good connection with the influential people. You will be meeting many influential people also during this time. Venus comes in here. Venus will give you a lot of connection with the female counterparts more. And it is very good for financial growth also. So in case you have to make any decisions regarding your financials, you should be making during this time. Saturn-Mars combination is in the 4th house combination. Time to change your job. time to change the place where you are, selling off the property, buying something new. A lot of changes can be anticipated when the Kendras get active, right? Elevation in your financials with second and 11th Lord. So very good combination in the Kendra, which is happening. Don't be too indifferent towards people. Don't be too selfish. You may feel quite critical also, critical of yourself. So you have that desire to change yourself, desire to look good. All that you will be working through Venus-Saturn combination for sure. Improving yourself, your idealistic views, health, confidence, all these areas you will be changing or you will be working through during this time. Okay. Coming to the second last sign, that is Aquarius. For Aquarius natives, this transit of Saturn is happening over your 12th house. This is a period in which you will confront your subconscious mind. You will understand what is not to be accepted and what is to be rejected. You are in that frame of mind. You have that re-examining energy to the core. You are going to be leaving things or abandoning things which are not required in your life. But this is all in order to let go of satisfying your ego. Now, this is also the time for the emotional baggages and attachments you have to let go of. Saturn forces you to view those parts of yourself, which are realistically in order to use them for growth. Whatever potential you have, Saturn wants you to look at it, utilize that potential, re-examining ability. This is a time when you feel quite confused also. There are decisions that you're not able to make with conviction, which is conjunctions happening in your 12th house. This can lead to taking you away from your own self also, with Mercury combination, then Sun, then Mars, and then Venus lastly. So the best would be that don't make any decisions under confusion, under influence of others. You have to be very well focused on your goal. What exactly do you want? Set that goal if you haven't till now. With Mercury combination, of course, this is going to be quite a healthy combination to form a connectivity with the people around you, communicate with them. If you are into trading, commerce, etc., educational industry, you should be focusing more on that. Then Sun comes in, so with influential people, with people who you should be taking help of or support of, you will be meeting those kind of people also. Take the help of them, support of them, and then make decisions or advice from them. Saturn and Mars combination will give you some foreign trade, will give you some connection with the foreigners. Your siblings might travel abroad. They might be leaving you and moving abroad with Saturn and Mars combination, which is happening. Also, Venus will be conjunct this Saturn, very good for making overseas money. There can be some travels which can be happening also with your partner. Expenditure on the female counterparts. These conjunctions are really very important. You should, make a note of the dates that I've given in the beginning of the video. That'll help you. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. For Pisces natives, this transit is happening over your 11th house. The conjunctions are happening one by one in your 11th house, which is definitely very powerful and very positive, as it is it's in its own zone. So you have just learned your place in the world and come to the terms with your accomplishments. Now is the time to reassess your goals and how you relate to other people. You may take on a more realistic perspective regarding your friendships, how you relate to the society, value for social groups that you are understanding. There are no superficialities attached to your relationships, your friendships. Now everything is in depth. You're understanding who's who, what kind of goals that you have set, what kind of desires you want to get fulfilled. All that is getting active, the accomplishments in life with the Saturn in the 11th house. And then the flavors of Mercury first. So Mercury will give you a lot of focus on your home front also, mother, communication. It will lead to good trade. You will be investing somewhere seriously and making good amount of money also during this time. Also, You have to take care of your mother's health with Saturn and Mars combination when that happens. Not good for your mother's health, but it's very positive for the wealth. Wealth-giving planets are getting conjunct for you. Mars and Saturn are your 2nd and 11th lords, after all, in the 11th house. Very powerful yoga, which is forming in the sky. Elevation. Work-wise, you're going to be getting a lot of relief. People will recognize your work. Sun is also your 6th lord. So some relief coming your way in your diseases also. The 8th lord, Saturn and Venus combination, 8th and the 12th lord combinations, overseas company, MNCs. There can be some offer that you will be getting from the overseas and you will be shifting base. So make the best use of this 11th house transit for you. This is definitely going to be very positive. So this is it for all the 12 ascendants or the moon signs, whichever resonates more with you, the readings. And stay blessed. Om Tat Sat.